my golden brother, hired a private investigator to expose me as a failure, but instead, he uncovered my multi-million-dollar success. My older brother Austin was always the star. Straight A's, captain of the swim team, full ride to Georgetown, then Harvard Law. My parents had his face plastered all over the house like he was some kind of celebrity. Meanwhile, I dropped out of college after 2 years and moved into a crappy studio apartment across the country. To them, I was the disappointment. Austin called me maybe twice a year, always with the same tone like he was doing charity work. Hey little bro, just checking in. Mom and dad are worried about you. You know, it's not too late to go back to school, get a real job. I'd usually mumble something vague and hang up. What he didn't know was that I had been building a software company since I was 19. It started as a stupid idea in my dorm room. I created an app that helped restaurants manage their inventory and orders more efficiently. I dropped out because I got accepted into this startup accelerator program and needed to focus full time. By 22, I had 12 employees. By 25, we had contracts with over 800 restaurants across the country. I kept it all private. No social media posts, no bragging, nothing. I didn't want my family knowing until I was ready. I lived in the same rundown apartment on purpose. Drove a beat-up Honda Civic from 2006. Wore clothes from Target. When my parents asked what I did for work, I'd say freelance IT stuff, which wasn't technically a lie. They'd sigh and change the subject. Last Thanksgiving, I flew home for the first time in 3 years. Big mistake. Austin was there with his fiancée Harper, showing off her massive engagement ring and talking about the condo they just bought in Arlington. My dad kept asking me questions like, so you're still doing computer stuff? And my mom actually said, well, at least you're employed. When I mentioned I was still doing tech work, Austin pulled me aside after dinner. Listen, I know you're struggling. If you need help, I can look at your resume. Maybe get you an interview at my firm for an assistant position. I forced a smile and said I was doing fine. He gave me this look like I was delusional. 2 months later, my mom called. She sounded worried. Honey, Austin told us he's concerned about you. He thinks you might be in some kind of trouble. I asked what she meant. She said Austin suspected I was involved in something illegal because apparently I had been seen driving around my city late at night, and my apartment looked too run down for someone who claimed to be doing okay. That's when I found out Austin had hired a private investigator, a guy named Kevin who had been following me for 3 weeks. I only knew because Kevin slipped up. He was sitting in a coffee shop near my office building, watching me through the window with his camera, and I recognized him from the gym. Same guy had been there 4 times that week, always watching. I walked right up to him and said, "You're not very good at this." He turned white, looked like he wanted to run. I sat down across from him and said, "Let me guess. My brother hired you." He hesitated, then nodded. I laughed. Then I pulled out my phone and showed him a photo of our office. That's my company. We're valued at $8.4 million. You can tell my brother that. Kevin stared at the phone, then at me. He asked if I was serious. I opened our company website on my phone, scrolled to the About Us page, and there was my face under founder and CEO. He actually apologized. Said Austin had told him I was probably dealing drugs or gambling away money, and that he needed proof to stage an intervention. I told Kevin to write up everything he found and send it to Austin. Every detail. Office location, employee count, client list, revenue estimates, the works. Kevin said he wasn't sure he should do that. I said, "You're getting paid to investigate me, so investigate." He left looking like he'd just witnessed a car accident. A week later, Austin called me at 11 p.m. He was screaming, "You've been lying to us for years. Why didn't you tell us? Why did you let us think you were some broke loser?" I stayed calm, because you never asked. You just assumed. There's a difference. He sputtered for a minute, then said, "Mom and Dad need to know about this." I told him, "Go ahead, but when you tell them, make sure you mention you hired someone to stalk me because you thought I was a criminal." Click. I hung up. My parents called the next morning. My mom was crying. She kept saying she was so sorry, that they had no idea, that they should have believed in me. My dad got on the phone and said, "Son, we're proud of you," but I could hear it in his voice. The confusion, the guilt. I told them I appreciated it, but I needed space. I didn't come home for Christmas that year.